All right. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for jumping over here right away to the after party stream. I really appreciate it. You can see I'm a little rosy cheeked now because I've been drinking the drams as I've been watching. That's a lot of high proof stuff to be drinking in 45 minutes. But gosh, I got to tell you, it really means a lot for you guys to have checked that out and everything. So I really appreciate the support. I'm not sure why super chats are not showing up. Are super chats showing up for you guys in this stream? Let me know. Yeah, let me know, please. Let me see here. Sorry, it's a lot to juggle here on my end. Let me make sure I'm all good. Okay, so yeah, so a lot of different stuff on that concert, right? From the very beginning, I wanted to start off easy with that vibraphone solo, play a little bit of blues for you guys. But then as we got into it, it got more and more crazy, bigger setups, more electronics. I think like that second piece with those J Dilla grooves at the end. Hopefully, those of you who are familiar with what I'm talking about, that sort of boom bap swing style, that's some really cool stuff that Nick Worth wrote for that piece. And then the third tune, Trilogy with the three movements, you guys were talking about sort of the Asian influence, the pentatonic scales in that second movement, the sort of slower movement. The other stuff is really, really great too, as I'm kind of running around the big setups. And then obviously the last piece with the invisible bouncy ball that comes out of my pocket at the end. So thank you for the donations as well. I saw a bunch of people jump in, PayPal and Venmo, showing some real love, little virtual concert tickets, and that means a lot. I had a bad feeling that the super chats weren't probably going to work during the stream because of the monetization issue, and yeah, that was the case, and that's okay. But kind of is what it is, and you guys really showed up and showed a lot of support with PayPal and Venmo. So thank you so much. That was a lot of stuff to put together for today, but I'm so glad I got it done in time. I mean, I'm telling you, 7:45, 15 minutes before I went live is when that video finished uploading. So I was very worried. I was pacing around the house all day. Okay, Nick the Greek says that was awesome. Thank you. Lito, thank you, man. Okay, all the glasses are empty. My glasses are not empty just yet. I left a little bit of each because I'm trying to be safe here. Better safe than sorry. Colin, thank you so much, man. Amy, thank you as well. Yeah, there was a little bit of cowbell in there too, in that third piece. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna kind of skip down here. Bev Porter, this was 50% of this concert. 50% of the reason was because Bev Porter has been on the last couple of streams talking about all the percussion stuff I do, and I was like, man, I should really do that. So Bev, I'm so glad you were here. Yeah, and I mean, if you guys enjoyed it, I think I'll start doing this every 3 or 4 months maybe, and just kind of sharing some of the new pieces that I'm working on or some of the stuff that you guys haven't seen that I play. And the fact that you enjoyed all the different styles, it seemed like, is really reassuring for me, because it means that I can share maybe some of the weirder stuff I do also, like some of the hip stuff I do, accessible stuff, and also some of the weirder, crazy things, which I'll save that for the next concert. But Stuff and Whiskey, what's up? What's up, Josh and Aaron? What's up? Good to see you guys. Can't hang, but wanted to say well done. Love the creativity and talent to execute on it. Bravo, sir. Thank you, and yeah, awesome job with the channel so far. I've been checking out some of the videos and everything, so that's great. If you guys haven't checked out Stuff and Whiskey, go give them a subscribe, like some of the videos, check it out. It's always, it's good to see new channels popping up because I'm a fairly new channel, and it's also good to see couples getting on the Whiskey Tube space and doing this thing. So Sarah and I have some things in the works coming up as well, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I know. Drink all the pours and play all the pieces live. That would be something. Andrew, I think you might have sent in a tip, and I didn't see you in the chat, but if that was you, thank you so much, and thanks for the kind words there. No, it's not a bad thing. You got to get those down, somehow. Okay, let me keep scrolling down here, guys. Nick says, I don't see super chats. That's funny. Thank you for the super chat, Nick. And thank you, Richie, for all the help, dropping links and everything. Guy, perhaps a holiday concert. That would be interesting, actually. That's not a bad idea. Have Jeep Will Whiskey says, love that music, was wild and made me remember some of my younger college days. Yeah, I know. Eric Waite was talking about smoking weed as a pairing. I mean, he's in California. Makes sense. Young says, I haven't seen your other channel yet, so this was very impressive with your performance and production ability. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, the production stuff took a step up with all of the concert things during COVID. When all of my gigs were canceled last March, it became really obvious really quickly that I was going to have to like stream from home and put together pre-recorded virtual recitals and things for different people just to make ends meet. And so I invested. I had some mics already, and I had some kind of crappy cameras. But I probably dropped $8,000 like pretty immediately on all of this gear to be able to make these things happen. And it's really paid off. And that's kind of what allowed Drums and Drams to happen too, with the camera, with the mics and everything. And I learned a lot about video editing and audio production on all sides of it, from speaking to a camera like this, from playing music. And so it's just been a great learning experience through and through. And I don't know, it's made Drums and Drams a lot of fun. Let's see, you have massive chops. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, super chats are here now, which is great. Yes, Richie, thank you for that. Thanks for that hype for Josh and Aaron. Edward, I'm sure Frank Zappa had something to do with some of the music. I can't speak for any of the composers and who might have influenced them when they were writing some of that stuff. But all of the composers of all of those pieces are complete geniuses. So I'm sure if they're thinking about some of the more off-color type sounds and just different things, I'm sure Frank Zappa is in their mind, at least peripherally, I would have to imagine. Okay, awesome. Robotic says, somehow I find that one thumbs down hilarious. I know, and it popped up at the very beginning. I was like, damn it, we have a hater in the house. No, that's okay. Any press is good press, as they say. Oh, holy smokes. Nathan, Bubble Bath Bourbon, dude, thank you so much. Ryan Robertson, thank you. Richard Mina, and who's this last one from? Got to wait on my phone to load. I'm so sorry. Either way, thank you guys so much for the buying me a dram, the virtual tickets, whatever you want to call them, the PayPal and Venmo support. I mean, seriously, that really, really means a lot, and it helps so much to be able to put the time into the channel, not only with the whiskey content, but now with this virtual concert idea. Oh, Steve P. Steve, thank you so much, man. You are really, really generous for sending that along. So you guys are awesome. Brian says, have you watched any Anna music videos? I don't think I have. But I'll have to check. If I remember, I will check it out. Let me write it down on my phone so I don't forget. I've kind of learned at this point, if I don't write things down, I'll never remember them. So I'll check that out, Brian, and report back, I guess, on the next live stream. Anna music. Is that like that marble thing? You guys ever seen the marble thing where they're bouncing all around? I don't know if that's kind of what you're talking about or not. Bubble Bath says, vibraphones aren't cheap, right? Ain't cheap. No, my Vibe was like $4,500, the orange vibraphone, and then like the marimba, the gigantic wooden instrument, is about $12,000. So they're not cheap, but they're definitely not as bad as like violins. Violins can be over $100,000 easily for these old instruments from the 1700s. So like, it sucks to pay all this money for these instruments and to finance them and everything like that, but it's also not nearly as bad as playing a stringed instrument. So how do you highlight a name, says Have Jeep Whiskey? Just do the @ symbol. If you're on a computer is the way you can do it. Phones don't work so well, I don't think. If you put the @ symbol and then start typing their name, you can tag them in your post. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like what I'm doing is definitely not music that everybody knows by any means. So it's very niche. And when I'm touring and when I'm playing gigs, it's a very particular kind of audience, which is good and bad, And I'm definitely working on doing some more collaborations with other artists and stuff like that to kind of get into some different circles and with different audiences. But I mean, like, what's the stuff that's going to sell on YouTube? It's going to be video game and Marvel music, 100%. Yeah, Brian, I've seen the one with the marbles. Yes, 100%. I've seen that. Young says, debating to send a donation. Dude, honestly, you don't need to send me anything. The Driftless Glen, I was so shocked. I was like, that's a pretty big box for a sample. I cannot believe you sent that. You're way too kind, and please, you do not need to send me anything else. Like, I opened that box and got. Look, and I'm going to make a video about this soon, I think, just because, like, I've been really floored for the 25 of you that are here right now. I've been really floored by the support that you guys have given me for this channel. Um, you know, it just means a lot to me. And when you open a box, I know it's just whiskey, but it's like the thought behind it. When you open a box and people are sending incredible samples of bottles that I will never see in my life, or sending bottles of things I will never get in my life, and they just show up on your doorstep, and you can just see just the support of everybody. I mean, it's I get emotional about it. And I walked in there. Sarah was working during the day, Young, when I opened that box, and she was like hard at work, and I'm over there just like, oh, I was just so kind, man. So thank you. Gosh. Colin, I'll let you know. I've been talking to some universities up there, and I have some connections with some people that I want to come up and do a sort of Chicago tour almost. Like there's a bunch of venues and a bunch of places up there in that area. So I want to kind of blow that out and do a big thing up in Chicago. That was kind of the plan before COVID, but it just didn't materialize, obviously. Yeah, the whiskey community is freaking awesome. I cannot believe it. I really can't believe it. And I know I know I'm a small channel, 1,500 subs, and it's growing every day. But it's a slow process. But it's just it's really amazing. So it's really, really amazing. Yeah, Amy, thank you so much. Gosh. Okay, guys. Well, look. It was a short after party, and I think I'm going to bounce out of here. I know a lot of people are over at Drew P. I know Jason from the Mash and Drum is doing a live barrel pick right now. I was kind of bummed. I mean, everybody, there's no free time ever on WhiskeyTube besides the 1 hour that we all carve out for ourselves. But I was kind of bummed because everybody's going to want to go at 9 p.m. to Jason or to Drew, 10 p.m. Clifton usually. So I totally get it. So I don't want to keep you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for the PayPal, the Venmo donations, for the super chats. I mean, just you guys are the best. And I'll be honest with you, the music world right now that I'm in, the contemporary classical music world, is sort of going through this, just a very hateful phase, a very divided phase. Politics are really rampant in that industry, and people have strong beliefs, but it's not a kind industry anymore. It's not a forgiving industry or a supportive one. And to be able to be involved with the WhiskeyTube community has felt more inviting and more kind and more fun than any music interactions that I've had in the last year and a half at this point. So I just want to say, this community, I'm going to try to give back as much as I can. I feel like I'm still a little bit behind on catching up with things from the last few weeks, but I'm going to give this my all because I really love this so much, and it's a blast to be a part of it. So anyways, I'll check the chat one last time, and then I'm going to bounce out of here. Thanks, man. Yeah. Look, I'm emo. I'm an emo dude, I guess. All right, guys. I see David. Cheers to Cam. Thank you. Thank you, David. Cheers to all of you. Young, speaking of the Driftless Glen pick, I'm going to end with this final pour of the Driftless Glen pick that you sent. Bev, thank you so much. You guys are all awesome. Cheers. I will see you next time. I'm going to have some new videos out. I'm going to be doing some more pop-up live streams probably on Sundays coming up. Maybe some Scotch Sundays, maybe some Second Chance Sundays. We'll see. But the schedule is freeing up just a little bit now that we're getting into the summer, and I'm excited to keep going here. So cheers. I'll see you guys next time on Drums and Drams.